What is going on, everybody? And in this video, we'll be taking a look at the Koenigsegg CCR, which is another new vehicle added into the Crew 2. I'm sure many people are waiting for an older Koenigsegg to be added, considering we have all of these in the game at the moment. So now we have another one added to the fleet here. Let's go see if we can customize it. So going over to colors here are the official colors you can't do to the car. Now, I'm not going to make it blue because I did end up making the Porsche blue, so I'm not going to do that with this car. I might actually just end up leaving it orange. I think that actually looks pretty good. Also, red looks nice on there too, though. Yeah, I'm going to leave this thing orange. I think it's a nice little change up. Let's go to visuals. So we actually could do some customization. So let's see what can be done. So the hood there. Got a nice little carbon fiber line there. And it looks like that's pretty much all. So it looks like there's a little bit to be done to this car. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to do it. They might just leave it stock. Although that does look pretty nice. I'm going to leave that regular. We got 15 front bumpers. Changing the headlights there. And the splitter looks almost like a chromish color there. I'm a really big fan of that. Then we have the regular colored splitter there with the different colored headlights. We have the carbon one there, which actually looks really nice. Ooh, that's actually nice too. The Koenigseggs actually fit that pretty nicely, surprisingly. Wow. Sometimes they really don't fit it too well, but that actually looks good. So that's the regular bumper, and then number 15 is with this. So it's big of a difference, I would say. I mean, they're pretty different. Let's go back and put on, I'm kind of feeling, where's that one with the carbon on it? I think I already passed it. I flew right past it. There it is. I'm going to put this one on there and go with that. Moving over to the rims. So I have the regular rims on there. Probably going to end up going with, we can also do the black Koenigsegg rims there, which look nice. Although I kind of like these darker colored ones. Those are also Koenigsegg rims as well, if you guys are wondering. Oh, those look, oh. Okay, I'm going to have to go with those. Those look absolutely amazing on there. Just look at that. So this thing has 5 rims you can put on it. When buying the vehicle, if you do not buy the bundle, you actually have the option to do this, but I bought the bundle, so I couldn't do that. Caliper colors, I'm going to leave black there. I don't want to make it too insanely orange, although that would look pretty nice, wouldn't it? Let's see. Well, that doesn't really fit that color, though. I'm going to leave that regular. Mirrors, we have the regular ones. Making the white aluminum-ish looking color there, I believe, and the looks like painted black ones actually look pretty nice on there. I might end up going with the, I actually might just leave the regular orange on there. Skirts, we have this one. So this is the regular one. That does change it a little bit, putting that one on there. So I gotta say they actually look pretty nice. So I would say these are all actually designed for the car. So I'm gonna go with the carbon one on there. Rear fender. So this doesn't actually, oh, it changes that right there, okay. Oh. So I'm probably going to end up leaving this stock as well. That one adds the 2 little vents on the side there, which look pretty nice, actually. So it leaves the regular one stock, but it adds the vents there. It actually looks pretty good. Moving over to the rear wings, here's what I really want to see here. Oh, look at that. So that's an actual Koenigsegg wing there. That actually looks pretty cool. Almost reminds me of like a snake almost. I'm going to have to say we might have to add that on there, although that wing looks pretty awesome. Reminds me of the CCR from Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010. Kind of digging that one a little bit too. I think that looks pretty good. Even though that wing looks pretty interesting, I'm going to honestly have to go with this one. So obviously being a hypercar, the customization parts are going to be a little more expensive with these. So if you guys are wondering about that, it will cost you a little bit more. So here are the rear bumpers you can do to it. Those are interesting looking taillights there. So it changes the whole back end there. So I don't really know if I'm really feeling any of these rear bumpers at the moment. I might just leave the regular one on there. The regular one is this. Although that kind of looks a little on the odd side, if you ask me. I don't really like how those look either. I'm going to go with that one. Kind of like the darker colored steel on the side there. I think looks really nice. Kind of getting rid of that like bright color, I guess. So there that is, and let's go check out the interior, which I might just leave completely stock here, although I could do like a, yeah, I'm going to leave the interior stock there, but if you're wondering if you wanted to customize the inside, you could do this. You can also change that, and then you can do that. You can't change anything else in there besides that. There's the interior, good look there. Anyway, why don't we go outside and take a look at this thing, because my goodness, does this car look absolutely insane. Let's do a quick little spin around on it here. Look at that. Those rims look awesome. Wow. Now, I actually decided to come over here by these salt flats on this highway because I know the Koenigsegg is going to have a pretty crazy top speed, at least compared to the street cars. So here's an outside look of this thing right now. I really love how those rims look. Wow. So here's the sound of it. Sounds just like you think a Koenigsegg actually would. Let's take a look at the interior. So there's the front there. Got the miles per hour, which I'd say probably go with it. Got the shifter. Ooh, this thing looks really good. Oh, let's drive it. I love the sound of these cars so much. Man, just listen to that. So this car's probably going to be pretty dang good in the hyperclass, I would think. I don't think it will really struggle too much with other cars. We're going to find out right now on how fast it gets up to speed. Most of the hypercars can do like 270 to 280. It does take them a little bit of time to get there, but let's see how this car does. And I did not change the handling. Surprisingly, this car did not do bad on that turn, though. So let's hit the nitrous there. Not really, kind of accelerating a little bit slow right now up there on the top end, but it's going once I get down on this road here. Around this turn. Hit the nitrous right now, see if this car can actually get to it, Nitro Chemist. So using that there got me above 280 pretty easily. Hitting it again got me 292. Watch these cars, that would be really tragic to hit one right now. So hitting top speed looks like it's going to be 299 miles an hour. Now, if you do that, you're going to be going through a lot of your nitrous, so it's probably not really worth it. But my goodness, 297, 298 miles an hour pretty easily there with Nitro Chemist is pretty dang impressive. This car will definitely be up there when it comes to top speed in the hypercar class, and my goodness, does it look good doing it as I drive off the road. So I figured for this car, I would do the Bronx hypercar race just to mix this up a little bit. So let's see how this car does in here. I did have to adjust the handling a little bit there, which I didn't actually do before, so that's why I was struggling a little bit. Let's see how I can do now. Obviously, this area does have a little cut to do, which I will do that with it. I'll do the race legit, actually. So first impressions I have to say of the Koenigsegg CCR. Those brakes are pretty bad there. The handling on the car actually seems pretty dang good. I don't think it's actually bad in any way. It seems like it's holding the road pretty nicely. It keeps itself. The real test will be over here. Kind of was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this race, mainly because there's a lot of areas where you have to jump and all that, and it could really test the car's speed out and how it actually handles with jumps and bumps, and because some of the hypercars really lose themselves, and that is really unfortunate. So let's see how it does. So a lot of the Bugattis can get up to 280 over here, so let's see how this thing will be able to do with Nitro Chemist. See if a car like this could compete in summits is definitely something I look for as well. So 290 right there, pretty dang impressive. See how it holds itself on some of this area here, downshifting. Wow, it's actually pretty dang good. Obviously, going off-road slows it down pretty hard, which makes sense now. So I have to say, overall, the car has some pretty nice handling. Just like the Porsche. The Porsche 911 GT was actually kind of shocking me a little bit how good that thing was doing, and this car is doing the same thing. Stability on the car is very nice. It doesn't want to like lose itself in some turns, or like when you're turning it too much, it doesn't oversteer, at least with the build I have on it. So I will show you all my build and all that at the end of the video to check that out. So brakes seem alright right there. I do want to test the brakes out again on one of these areas here. Not like the racers are going to catch me anyway. Fly around that turn, that was terrible. Right back down into there. Shifting seems nice and flawless on it. Doesn't have any delays, like some of the other cars do. That turn was really nice, so grip that turn nicely. Fly around this turn full speed here. Nitrous out of it. Now I'm going to do a little brake test here in a second with this sharp turn. So I'm in 5th gear. So the brakes don't seem that great. I did adjust them a little bit, but they definitely don't seem like top tier like some of the other hypercars. It takes a little bit too long to stop there, but if you are in manual, you could downshift, which will definitely help the car slow down a little bit. But if you're not driving it in manual and you're trying to slam the brakes on some of the turns and stop like the Bugatti or some of the other cars do, or the Koenigsegg 1, which I believe the Koenigsegg 1 has the best brakes in the hypercar class. That thing literally stops in like a split second. The brakes are so good on it that I literally get too slow of time sometime in races with it. So overall, I have to say the Koenigsegg CCR is definitely a car to look for if you guys are a fan of these. It's doing very nice with the handling so far, and the speed is obviously up there. Hypercars are very fun to drive. Really liking the look of this thing I've done to it. That other wing looked pretty cool, but I just like this one more. Kind of gives me the CCXR vibes more. Obviously that car is full carbon fiber, but right there, fly right into it. 3 minutes and almost 4 seconds completed there, it looked like, with this. So this car did pretty good. Obviously the CCR looks great. This car's going to cost you some money to buy, though. I did get it in bundle for 1.6. But I think it's going to be pretty high up there if you want to buy it just by itself. But overall, I got to say, the CCR is a pretty cool car. And nonetheless, we have a new car in the hypercar class that can compete with some of the Bugattis and all that. And a new Koenigsegg on the block. I'm sure many people would be happy to see this thing. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys my settings right now, which I recommend trying out because it made this car handle very, very good.